Responses to W114 restoration, mailbag number 6. I got more responses to the video on the 280 than I would have expected, and so I'm going to try to address all of them in one video. So I had mentioned the trunk pan. Now somebody had said, why not buy it from Mercedes? Another person said, why not buy it from K&K Manufacturing? Well, the answer is because neither one has one. And years ago they were cheap. They were like $170, and they went up to $210, and they ran out of stock, which is why we ended up having to make a trunk pan. So I really need a trunk pan. I really need multiple trunk pans for these cars. But you know, I think it's imperative that we try to figure out where we can buy sheet metal parts of these things. So all of you keep your eyes and ears open. Now, the second question I got, which is really funny, was why would somebody spend $25,000 on a 1973 280 sedan? Well, first of all, I don't have a round number about how much the restoration work on this car cost. I'm probably not going to disclose it just because I respect the owners a lot, but I would say that $25,000 is a pretty close number. So let's talk about money, okay? Now, most of you who think that $25,000 is a lot of money to put into restoration work in a car are out of touch with reality, because honestly, most of the time when you restore a classic car, $25,000 might get you paint and some metal work, and it might get you an interior, but it's not going to get you very much in the way of mechanical. And once you have to start doing things like fabricating panels and painting spots and buying NOS parts or totally rewiring a system like the auxiliary fan in that car, rebuilding AC compressors, we see this all the time in auction cars. You know, people do the paint and the interior because they know that they can get those done for around 25 grand. But then you look at the mechanical systems of the car, and they're a total mess. Which is why we here at Pierre Hedary specialize in the sorting of mechanical systems. So the truth is that that's how much it costs. So you have to be willing to spend that amount of money if you want to buy a 114 and pay someone to restore it. Now, if you want to buy a 114 or a 115 series car and do it yourself, then the cost goes way down. And these are great cars for the do-it-yourselfer. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer, don't be discouraged by those numbers. You can do anything I can do. They're not necessarily hard. They're just tedious and time-consuming. So the next thing is, somebody else had commented, Michael. Hi, Michael. Not Michael from Australia with the 300 SE, who's really cool. This is another Michael who doesn't seem to, maybe he just has a lot of questions. I don't know. But you know, why spend $27,500 on this car when you can buy a new car? Well, actually, if you watch Car Wizard's channel, I really like the Car Wizard because he's a cool guy and he's able to fix a lot of diverse issues in various cars. Some new BMWs, you'll spend $20,000 in a bottom end job on the engine before they reach 100,000 miles. So new cars are actually not a win for anybody because you lose money in depreciation, you lose money paying dealership fees, you lose money as soon as the thing goes out of warranty and you have your first repair. So any decent car is really going to cost you over $10,000, and any really great car is going to cost you over 30 grand. So I don't think that the 114 is cheap, but I think it's a good deal compared to, like, you know, going out and buying a new Hyundai or something that is going to turn you upside down. So then a third comment that we got, which is more on the technical side, Patrick asked what was wrong with the carburetor. Well, I started, when this car came in, it had a Holley 2-barrel or something stupid on it, and a lot of M110 engines acquire the wrong carburetor. Now, this is simply because most people aren't willing to go through and follow all the steps to make sure that they work right. But in this case, we were, and in this case, we got a really great result out of it. A very reliable, smooth car that got 16, 17 miles per gallon. You know, so the thing is, we had to buy a used carburetor, because you never know what you're getting with the used part. Instead of putting it on the car and trying it, we had to go through the entire carburetor to make sure everything was good. And then when we had to go through and do some additional work and take it out and take it apart, it was because the throttle jammed at 1/3 of the way, making the car basically dangerous to drive. And so when that happened, I was test driving the car back from work, and I just shut it off and pulled over to the side of the road. So anyway, these are some of the comments we get about the 114 and 115. If you have any more, let me know. And if you're restoring one of these cars, I commend you for your effort. It's not easy. I know that there are a lot of people out there who have owned these things and driven them to the ground and abused them. And so if you're trying to undo that, I commend you for trying to make something beautiful out of something that most people just ignored for so many years. So enjoy working on your Mercedes. Thank you for subscribing. Tap the bell for notifications. Leave the comments below. Patreon supporters, I really appreciate all of you, and I'm here for you. You know, when you need me, just drop me a line, email me, call me, whatever. And in the meantime, enjoy your next Mercedes Benz project.